If you enjoy anime, be sure to come on down for 31 days of anime over on Mystic Sage. Also follow our TikToks for daily Pokemon and anime content. Links for all of those will be below. Howdy everybody, and welcome back to the Best Type for Every Game series. Last time we were here, you guys got to experience what I call the Gengar Show, which I felt was a great follow-up to the incredibly popular Alaka Show. It even ended up being nominated for a Daytime Emmy, so that's pretty cool. Well, this week, we're moving on from videos that just devolve into only a particular Pokemon, and looking at several different ones that are Dark types. Thankfully, there is no one particularly dominant Dark type available in all games like Gengar and Alakazam. So we have a few different Pokemon we get to talk about today. This is also the first of the 3 typings that weren't part of the original lineup from Gen 1, which is pretty interesting. But with that said, let's get right into this video. So, like I just said, there is not a single Dark-type Pokemon in Red, Blue, and Yellow since the typing didn't exist yet. The only Dark-type move there could have been in Gen 1 was Bite. But for these games, it was Normal-type. Thankfully, for Gold, Silver, and Crystal, Game Freak decided to create the Dark-type alongside Steel. And that leads us to our first Pokemon, my boy, Umbreon. I would rather be talking about Houndoom, of course, as when it comes to usefulness, Houndoom can't be matched. It brings tremendous firepower into battle, pun totally intended, and makes the most of its 2-stab typings with the base 110 special attack. Flamethrower is an option on this thing, as is the Great Crunch. Houndoom is a very easy choice here, and it's the right one. However, as I said, the pick is Umbreon, because unfortunately, Houndour can only be caught in Kanto. It makes no sense to me that Game Freak would do that, but what can you do? You can get Eevee from Bill and Goldenrod, and then you just gotta evolve it into Umbreon at night. There is a bit of an easy choice in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald too. For Sapphire and Emerald, it's one choice, and then in Ruby, it's another. Shiftry and Absol are both great options. Easily could have taken the spots here, really. However, there is a bit of a problem with both of them. They're a bit late game. Absol isn't available until around the 6th gym. And then Shiftry, well, it isn't possible to get until around your 6th badge either, because of where the Leaf Stone is found. The best Dark-type option for Sapphire, honestly, is Sableye. It's all in the fact that its typing in these games is broken. It has no weaknesses. Its stats are not tremendous by any stretch of the imagination. I'll give that up to you guys off the bat. That's the first thing you guys are going to respond with, I'm sure. This thing isn't as good of an attacker as any of the Pokemon you've mentioned. Well, you're right. But what makes a Pokemon good for a playthrough is how long it can help you, and how much it can help you. Sableye is available right on Dewford, and it immediately comes through clutch against Brawly, and it can put up quite the fight against Norman, which I think is the most important aspect of all of this. Like, even if all you do is use Feint Attack and Confuse Ray, and then add in Toxic, and in the late game run Calm Mind, well, you can get a lot out of Sableye. I'm sure you guys might tell me I'm wrong, and we'll debate about it in the comments. But I stand with Sableye and Sapphire. As for Ruby and Emerald, since Sableye isn't available, it's Sharpedo. It's incredibly fast, can be gotten around the 3rd gym, and it's got a good enough special stat that it can get traction out of its stab moves. This one is definitely an easier sell. There are no Fire Red and Leaf Green Pokemon for us to choose from, so we'll move right on to Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. The idea of going with Spiritomb for some of the same reasons I picked Sableye crossed my mind, but it can be just so stupidly difficult to get your hands on one these days. So never mind that. The alternate option though for me was Drapion. It's probably the best, most concise Dark type to use in these games, with a hit of defense and a great move pool of coverage. It's got the elemental fangs in the pool, with Cross Poison and Crunch for stab. It's only weak to ground types with the typing it has, and those resistances are actually great. Skorupi can be obtained in the Great Marsh, which is prior to the 4th gym, and it'll evolve at level 40. That's a bit of a late evolution, but based on how you play, it might come earlier than usual. Drapion is my choice, and if you agree, let me know. If not, let me know why too. We'll take a quick stop at Heartgold and Soul Silver to sing the praises of Houndoom once again, as it now gets the opportunity to be the best Dark type to rock out with. Its move pool boasts a late game Dark Pulse, still with good access to Flamethrower and Sludge Bomb alongside Shadow Ball offering even more coverage. Umbreon is still a solid idea this time around, but I still think Houndoom offers the most for a playthrough. And since it can now be found in the Safari Zone, it's actually usable for Johto and Kanto. Oh wait, hold on. It's still not an option until Kanto? What? There's no way. I gotta check this out. Oh my god. It can't be. They really didn't take the opportunity to fix this? Are you freaking serious? Look, I love Umbreon, but of all the Johto Pokemon, Houndoom is the best Dark type. I guess I sang its praises for nothing. I guess it's just Umbreon, man. So, when we move on to the 5th generation, we have only Univin Pokemon to choose from, and in the instance, there was only one option. My boy, Shades. Whether it's Black and White or their sequels, getting your hands on Sandile is pretty easy and early on. And the power Crocodile has is that it outclasses other options like Scrafty and Mandibuzz. Its abilities can either be Intimidate or Moxie, which are both great. And that move pool? It already sells Crocodile. It learns Crunch by level up, it can get Foul Play and Earthquake by level up too. It's hard to really speak out against Crocodile as a top Pokemon, let alone as the top of one of its typings in a game. It's everything you're looking for in a playthrough mon. Great stats, easy to get, and a nice move pool. It's the best. So, moving on to X and Y, this one should be pretty easy if you guys know my thoughts usually with Kalos. It's going to be Greninja, even without access to its hidden abilities. Since it is your starter Pokemon, that means you get it as early as you possibly can. And with the stats it has, it's hard to top it at all. You can look at Scrafty, which, in my opinion, doesn't offer the same sort of battling credibility that Greninja can offer you in a playthrough. You can't get Mega Absol until the postgame, which would have been something that could have had it blow past Greninja. It is the same deal with Houndoom. Its Mega Stone is in the postgame too. There are so many dark types in this Pokedex, but most of them have something working against them that keeps Greninja as the pretty option. Its move pool includes Surf, Scald, Night Slash, and Acrobatics, all of which are able to put in some great work during a playthrough. It's an easy answer to this question, but I'm sure you guys might think Greninja is a bit overrated. I look forward to reading those comments. Alright, it has become a guarantee at this point with these lists that I end up coming to a game where I can't entirely figure out which is the right answer, and this is one of them again. Now, you'd think with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that Sableye would again be an easy answer for Alpha Sapphire, especially considering now it can Mega Evolve. Well, here's the thing about that. It can't Mega Evolve until Pseudopolis, and it no longer lacks weaknesses thanks to the Fairy typing. So while it can definitely still come in clutch against Brawly and Norman, it now becomes a less attractive option. So what else can you use? Well, in this case, I think Absol and its Mega Evolution definitely challenged Sableye's former reign back in Gen 3. There is still Shiftry and Sharpedo to think about, but the Mega Evolutions make that gap super big in my opinion. So you guys let me know what you think. Sableye and its great defenses from an early point in the game, or the power of Absol and its Mega around the 6th gym. It's a bit late, but it might be worth the wait. At the very least, I'd say Absol's the pick for Omega Ruby, but let me know if that should be the case for both games. So let's get into Sun and Moon here, and Ultra Sun and Moon as well. They're both going to be represented by yet another starter Pokemon, Incineroar. It's a combination of many things similar to Greninja. That leaves the heal Pokemon with this title. It's gotten from the start of the game, it's got great stats. We're talking base 115 attack and great bulk. It has nice resistances, a loaded move pool with everything from Flare Blitz to Darkest Lariat to Leech Life. There's plenty more you can see on screen now. Crocodile is definitely a tremendous Pokemon too that pushes at Incineroar, but it can't take the spot due to when it's captured. It's in the Haina Desert, which is fairly late enough. It's just really simple to pick Incineroar here. But if you want to debate like any other Pokemon, let's do so in the comments. Hey, guess what? That's right, Let's Go doesn't have a pick. So instead, I'll tell a joke here. What do smart kids eat for breakfast? It's for sure honor rolls. Get it? Like what smart kids go on when they get good grades? Anyway, let's bring this video to a close with the picks for Sword and Shield. Now, if you don't have the DLC, the best Dark type I personally believe you can get is Grimmsnarl. It has a fantastic typing, being Fairy Dark, and its move pool has great moves for both stab, like Spirit Break and False Surrender. It's got Prankster for an ability, which makes it even more interesting, and with coverage, there's Elemental Punches, Power Whip, and Brick Break, amongst so many other fantastic moves. I don't see much more reason to talk about it honestly. You can try to put over a different Pokemon available in Galar, but I just won't hear it. However, if we're talking DLC, well, the choice is Urshifu. Guys, it's no contest. You can go right to the Isle of Armor early on, and if you play through that story and get Kubfu, you'll be able to evolve it at the Tower of Darkness into Urshifu. And boom, around level 30, you'll have it after you beat Mustard. That leaves you with a bunch of playing time in Galar to use this legendary fighting type on your team, and surely that must sound great to some of you. So that's going to do it for another video in this series. We got to talk about so many different Pokemon this time around, which definitely made me happy. The Dark type perhaps wasn't getting the respect it deserved until Gen 5, but that's a conversation for another day. Next time, we're going to be taking a look at the Fairy typing, as has been so pointed out to me by many comments in the Ghost video, and probably plenty of comments in this one. I wonder how well that's going to go, since, well, you know. Hey, welcome to my new outro. A big thank you to everyone for watching the video. I want to give a huge thanks to my phenomenal team, and for the amazing art done each week by Danny the Demon. I couldn't do all this without them. If y'all enjoyed the video and want to see more content like this, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Be sure to leave a comment too, it really helps us out. I have a brand new TikTok for Mystic Umbreon, and I've got a goal to get the 10k followers over there. If we can hit that goal, I'm going to pick a random video suggested to me by you guys and do it. So go over there and leave a follow. Also over on Mystic Sage in the month of July, I'll be uploading one video a day. We've got content from My Hero to Demon Slayer to Black Clover. So come over to check it out. And also check out Mystic Sage on TikTok. Finally, I've got an Amazon store where we sell tons of Pokemon and anime products. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I'll see you next time with some more amazing Pokemon content.